Hello and warm greetings to you all. I'd like to start today's talk with a simple but yet powerful question. Why do two people with nearly the same skills and opportunities end up on completely different paths? One succeeds and the other doesn't. Some say it's luck, the others say it's connections, but actually experience shows there's something deeper on play. Attitude, vision, goal setting, and at the end, action. Today's video is based on one webinar that I had the other day, so I've decided to also create a YouTube video out of it and share it with all of you. So I hope it can be useful and you can actually, learn something from it. Also, I would say that this isn't a motivational speech. It can be a roadmap to building a better future, or even it can be a blueprint on how we can reach success based on whatever goal that we might have. So let's start with the first pillar or first thing that I've mentioned, which is attitude, or better say the root of behavior. Let's also start with the definition of attitude. What is attitude? It's actually the way we look at life, at people, failures, success, and even ourselves. So imagine two people both get rejected from one job interview, for example. Person one say, I'm worthless, I never succeed. But the other one, or for example, person number two, say, it was an experience. Now I know what to improve, what works, what doesn't, and I try to do my best for the next time, and I do better afterwards, or I do better on the next interview. What's the difference here? Probably at first glance, you might say it's about skills, but I want to say it's not exactly skills, it's more towards attitude. And another real example that most of us might heard about it's about Thomas Edison. And it's really funny because after failing 1,000 times for inventing the light bulb, he said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So it's all about the attitude. And key point here is your attitude is a filter which reality passes. Reality may be the same, but how we interpret it makes all the difference. Actually, on the webinar, I've had a friend that had a really good example. It's like a story, actually. He said many years back, one really wealthy man had a problem. He went to a wise man or a doctor or whatever, and he said, hey, take a look at me and please find out that what's the problem. I can't rest, I'm unwell, and this kind of stuff. The doctor or that wise man suggested that you have to face to the green color. So whatever around you should be green. He said, okay, that's it. The doctor said, yes, that's it. This wealthy man went to his home and just ordered his servants to make everything green, from the wall of the house to the floor, to the ceiling, all the things. After a while, he felt really better and went to that doctor again, and he said, hey doctor, it was really nice that just with having all the things around me as green, now I'm okay and I'm feeling really better. but it was really expensive, and it was a really expensive treatment. The wise man or the doctor said, okay, but what did you do? Because it was actually one of my simplest, cheapest treatments that I've ever done or I've ever suggested to someone. And after that wealthy man said what he did, the doctor laughed and said, okay, but you could simply just put on glasses with green glass. So if just your glasses were green, you could see everything around you as green. So it wasn't necessary to make actual everything green. So you can see that everything is about attitude and how you interpret one simple truth that, I don't know, from one people to another can be really different. Okay, the second thing or the second pillar is vision, or better say a look into the future. What's the definition of vision? Because sometimes you can mix up the attitude and vision, but there is really different meaning to this vision and attitude, and they are different. So vision means seeing a future that doesn't yet exist. The ability to imagine something that isn't there but could be. So, one more time, the ability to imagine something that isn't here now but could be. Difference between attitude and vision is when we're talking about attitude, you can ask yourself, okay, how I see the present. But when we're talking about a vision, it's better to answer this question instead: how I create the future. One example is, imagine you're a driver with a great attitude. So basically you have every skills that one driver should have, and you have just a problem. You don't know, or you don't have any idea that where you're going. So maybe you are a really skillful driver, but where to? The opposite can happen too. Someone with a powerful vision who knows exactly where he want to go, but has a negative attitude. For example, he say, I can't, it's too hard, or now is not the right time. The result is this second person that knows where he want to go, but at the end has a negative attitude. The result could be he never start moving. We have also a real example here, and it's about Steve Jobs. You might at least you might know this one because if you also see the movie, it just break down this example real well. The real example is Steve Jobs built Apple with a vision of creating a future that didn't yet exist. He didn't just build products, he created a vision, he created a world view. And actually we have a rule, kind of, it says 1990. There are 1% of people that are frontiers. So they start something that never been there, like Steve Jobs. Another 9% of people see this 1% and decide, okay, it seems that it works, it seems that they know something, so we have to follow them to create or build something on top of that. But at the end, 90% of people have to follow that 9 or 10% of people at the end, because just that kind of product or that kind of vision is now everywhere. Or for example, now everyone has at least a smartphone in their home, and there are lots of people in today's life that has iPhone, for example, as their smartphone. Okay. Next pillar or third thing that today we want to talk about is about goals and also marking points along the journey. When I say about these marking points, suppose you want to go from point A to point B. B is your end goal or your final goal. But during reaching that goal, you also might consider reaching some smaller points or smaller goals first. And most of the time, especially if your goal is really huge or you don't have it in a near future, you have to first break down that goal into smaller points, smaller marks, and then reaching these steps step by step, and then you can actually achieve your final goal. Vision is the big picture, but goals turn that picture into achievable steps. What makes a good goal? I want to mention a really good model for setting a really good goal. And it's called SMART model. It's really funny because this SMART, it's like a wise or wiser goal setting, or it kind of maybe it's interpreted as intelligence or something like that. But SMART actually created based on the first letter of some words. What are the words? First, S means specific. Your goal should be specific, and you have to just provide as much details as possible. The second is M, measurable. You have to actually have some kind of metrics to measure how much you have distance from here to your goal. Next is A, achievable. That goal should be achievable. For example, yes, I want to go to Mars, for example, but I'm not Elon Musk. So either I have first have to, I don't know, establish some companies or factories or whatever to create some stuff. These are that marking points that I was talking about. But other than that, you have to first think about yourself, know yourself, and then based off your abilities, your resources, and whatever, you have to make a decision that okay, if this goal is achievable or not. Then it should be relevant. R of the SMART means relevant. So okay, for example, I want my final goal is to suppose it's to be a really good YouTuber or a content creator or whatever. But here I also want to achieve a certain goals, like I don't know, going to gym every day, or I want to be a musician or this kind of stuff. But is it relevant to my end goal for creating a good content regarding, for example, productivity, software engineering, or whatever? So it should be relevant to what you actually want to achieve. And T means time bound. If you want to actually achieve something, achieve some goal, it shouldn't be like, I don't know, a free thing without any kind of ending. You have to say, okay, I want to achieve something in, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year. But you actually have to set this deadline for yourself and honor it. Or better say, you have to stick to the plan. For example, let's also mention one bad and one good example here. One bad example is, I want to be successful. Okay, but based on the SMART model, is it specific? No. You want to be successful, but in what? Is it measurable? Okay, you want to be successful in what? When you don't know what's the end goal, so based on that, you don't have any kind of metrics that you can check and see how much more you have to go for reaching that point. Also about the achievable, relevant, and most importantly about timing. So I want to be successful, but as I said, in what and now when do you want to achieve this success? But one good example is I want to learn Photoshop and create a portfolio in the next 3 months. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Important point here, if you don't have your own goals, you unconsciously end up chasing other people's goals. I want to repeat it again because it's really deep, and I always think about it every day, that if you don't have your own goals, you'll unconsciously end up chasing other people's goals. At the end, I want to also talk about action, or the only thing the world or the universe responds to. There are so many great ideas that never became reality. Why? The reason is simple, because no one took action on them. It's not something that is difficult per se, but it's kind of the thing that no one wanted or decided to work on that. We can say action is the bridge between desires and reality. Simple truth here is until you do something, nothing happens. You can read 1,000 books, you can attend 10 courses, and you can actually write hundreds of goals. But without action, they're just useless, and you don't achieve anything. Real example here is Jim Carrey. When he was broke, he just wrote a 10 million US dollars check for himself, and he decided that he want to achieve this level to actually cash this check in, if I'm right, if in 4 or 5 years. And he earned exactly that amount for Dumb and Dumber, the movie I mean. But here's the point, he didn't just fantasize. He didn't just want something, or had a dream about these $10 million, for example. He actually took action, and he tried to be one of the best actors or comedy actors in history, and he could achieve that actually. So let's just summarize the whole thing that we talked about. Let's go back and talk about attitude. So attitude is how do you see the world. Vision is how do you build your future. Goals, where are you trying to go? And at the end, action, what are you doing to get there? And also, success isn't a sudden event. It's a continuous process. And it should be every day, with every decision, every small step. So every one of these things can help you to go from point A to point B, or help you achieve your goal actually. I also want to just give you a practical exercise that you can do at your home. Just you have to write something down. So please take a paper and also a pen. I want to give you 4 simple questions that you have to think about and write it down. First, what is my attitude toward life right now? Second one, What does my vision of the future look like? Third, what are 3 short-term goals I can set? And at the end, what is the first action I can take tomorrow? If you want, you can also share your answer or your thoughts in the comments. Okay, it was a really great talk. Of course, it was a long video. So I hope you can use the stuff that we're talking today. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It can be really helpful for my channel, and I can continue working more content like this. And yeah, if you have any idea or any suggestions, please also consider leave some comments for me. Thank you very much, and till next time. Bye.